Alright, New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, Subchapter 5, Discharge Notification Response, and Reporting. Scope of this chapter prescribes the rules for the Department of the Notification Reporting with the discharge for the hazardous substance of the reporting malfunction for the discharge detection system response for the discharge hazardous substance of the following shall govern the procedure for the notification for the Department of Response to discharge hazardous substance and follow up report notification or historical discharges. All personnel responsible for the discharge who know the suspected discharge has occurred prior to January 23rd, 1980. You know that the discharge has occurred between January 23rd and 1980 since September 12th, 1991. Has required to reported as was not required to report at the time. Who have not previously reported the discharge shall conduct the diligently. Inquirer shall promptly, upon requirement completion of the diligent inquiry discharge for the discharge, notify the Department of Writing such discharge address for the New Jersey Administrative Code 71E58F. All persons responsible for the discharge pursuant to A above previously reported discharge which occurred prior to January 23rd, 1980, with known the discharge occurred between January 23rd and 1980 September 12, 1991, have not been required to report at the time should promptly correct with a supplement with the prior notice of the Department if any of the information prior to the notice is determined to be false, misleading, inaccurate with additional relevant information discovered which has not been previously reported to the Department. And all persons will reveal the discharge required to make the notification pursuant to Part A or B above are subject to the investigation, cleanup action under any state of the federal law must notify the Department of discovery historical discharge as part of the periodic progress report during the investigation, cleanup, and the discovery of the historical discharge is coincident with such investigation of the cleanup. Discharge notification, except delineated in E below it immediately after discharge commencement for the name of the person responsible for the discharge who know the reasonably should acknowledge for the discharge should immediately notify the Department. It is D877 of Warren Department of Environmental Protection or 9276337. In the event of the number inoperable, any of the person responsible for the discharge shall immediately notify the state police 609-882-2000. Notification received at the department pursuant to A with above the 15 minutes by the time of the responsible for the discharge. New with the reasonable shall have known with the discharge consider immediate. It shall be resumed. Notification reviewed in department more than 15 minutes after the person responsible for the discharge. New with the responsible shall have known with the discharge immediately with the person responsible for the discharge. Reputable presumption satisfied with the requirement of the New Jersey Administration Code 71E56. The notification shall perform and any person responsible for the discharge pursuant to A and B above shall include but not limited to the following information: name, title, affiliation, address, telephone number of the person reporting the discharge. Location of the discharge shall specify with the department request and, in event sufficiently specified with the enable the department to direct its agents employed with any other person discharging the site. Discharge of the site located on land, number, name of the site with the street address, the municipality of the county. Discharge on and under any of the water, name of the water body, location, discharge, reference of fixed points or points, a description of area which is discharge may reach, the common name of the hazardous substance discharge, the estimate of the quantity of the hazardous substance discharge with included the best estimate of the quantities that are known, date of the time of the discharge being, and whether the discharge is continually intermediate or terminated, the actions, person, purpose to take contaminant cleanup of the remove the hazardous substance and discharge of the name of the address of any of the person responsible for the discharge. Copies of the requirements above the printing of the constituents format shall be displayed by the owner and operative of the aim of the vessel ordinarily docked the shape of the prominent with the plate for the bridge of the pilot house of the aim of the vessel. Discharge which is not required to be reported under the state and federal statute of the rules regulation and not required for the board of the department and pursuant to the A of the provided for the discharge to meet with the condition described in the E1 or 3 below. Discharge occurred with the facility within the discharge prevention contaminant and countermeasure and discharge cleaning remedial pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 71E46 with the risk management pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 7381 emergency contingency plan pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 726G81 for the emergency and for the facility response plan pursuant to the Title 40 CFR 112 that have been approved but have not entered any of the waters of the state mitigated offsite. Within 24 hours of the any of the person responsible for the discharge, know the reasonably have shown with the commencement of the discharge staff with the same with the conformance of the approved plan at E1 above, the cleanup, the remove, the include, the contaminated soil, the accordance with the applicable state and federal regulation for the cleanup, the remediation, including storage, disposal, the cleanup of the related materials, the owner and operative of the facility documents of his or her action according with the New Jersey Administration Code 72060, with the maintaining of the records according with the New Jersey Administration Code 721E215. The owner and operator determines that all the requirements of the E1 and 1 and 2 above cannot be met. The owner and operator shall notify the department immediately on making such a determination. Anybody indicating within 24 hours of the name of the person responsible for the discharge and only reasonably should have knowledge of the discharge. Discharge of the transformer fluid with the transformer does not contain the polychlorinated bianols concentrated 50 parts per million or greater, which will either occur with the state of the emergency declared with the federal, state, and local government, but provide with the discharge or report with the department within 24 hours of the termination of emergency with the discharge less than 25 gallons. Discharge does not enter within any of the water state with any storm of the drain leading into the water state within 24 hours when any person responsible for the discharge, know the responsible know of the discharge cleanup with the removal of the corners of the applicable state and federal regulation with the cleanup of the remediation, including the statement of the disposal of the cleanup related materials. Person responsible for the discharge documents of his or her actions according to the New Jersey Administration Code 726E maintains the makes viable the department review with either facility with the department of discretion of the department of the records of the 3 years of the day of the discharge. The following conditions shall be met in accordance with the release of the head, some of the consequence of the motor vehicle accident, considerable leak of the not requiring notification to above the or substance that has not entered any of the state waters of the state or any other storm drain leading any water to the state. Has substance is contained on a paved roadway is and prior to escape the land water of the state has a substance cleaned up removed according to the applicable state and federal regulations of cleanup, remediation, including storage and disposal of cleanup related materials. Alright, notification aircraft discharge. In case of the discharge of the hazardous substance used for the fuel of the aircraft within the airspace over the lands of the water of the New Jersey, any of the person responsible for the discharge shall have notified the department 877 the warning DEP and 9276333G. In the event of this number is inoperable, any of the person for the discharge shall immediately notify the state police 609-882-2000. Any person responsible for the discharge you notify the department pursuant to the A above shall report to the person called for the discharge of the amount of the hazardous substance discharge at the time of the discharge occur with the location of the aircraft flight path of the discharge of the wind speed, the direction of the air of the likely effect of the discharge. Alright, 71E55, the notification malfunction for the discharge detection system. The owner and operative manager of the major facility shall meet with the department of the warning deep and any of the malfunction of the discharge detection of the other discharge monitoring, prevention, and safety system device, and event with the number of the inoperable, the owner and operative of the major facility should call for the state notify the state police, and that number is given the notification received at the department and pursuant to the A within 15 minutes of the time have the owner and operative of the responsible have shown with the occurrence of the malfunction considered immediate. It should be pursuant to the notification received at the department more than 15 minutes after the owner and operative knew. Responsible should have known the malfunction is not immediate. The owner and operator may rebut his presumption satisfying the requirement of the New Jersey Administration Code 71E56. Within 2 years of 2 hours of the initial notification, the owner and operator of major facility shall notify the department of one of the following situations exists. The malfunction has been repaired. Alternate discharge detection system has activated. Equipment utilizing malfunction system. The equipment protected with the discharge system has been taken out of service. 71E56 justification delay. The Department of the Discretion may determine the period of no longer than 15 minutes for the initial notification of the Department of the discharge for the immediate of the person responsible for the discharge and show and clear the convincing evidence of the notification of the department initiated as soon as possible, reasonable with the notification within 15 minutes impossible and unreasonable because of the easily immediately response activity circumstance for the which discharge occurred, circumstance under which a discharge was first on some of the other valid causes and reasons. A person who does not initiate the notification of the department of the discharge within 15 minutes of the desire of the tab of the notification immediately responsible for the possibility of the circumstance of the discharge occur shall be submitted with a sworn affidavit attesting of the written confirmation required by New Jersey Administration Code 71E5. The affidavit shall be set forth conformance circumstance of the discharge for the establishment of the notification from the department immediately responsible for perform possible for circumstances in which the discharge occurred. The affidavit should be signed with the person or persons required to sign any of the certifications pursuant New Jersey Administrative Code 71E411 should be included but not limited to the following information for the address facility of the discharge for the day of the time of the discharge began, the day and the time which was ceased, name of the title of the job, name, job title, affiliation, business, telephone number, business address, individual who first discovered the discharge, date and time, circumstance under which of the discharge was discovered, the reason, if any of the discharge was immediately discovered, date and time discharge was first reported to the department, the name of the business, telephone number, the business address, individual who first notified the department of the discharge, any reason the initiation notification department within 15 minutes of the onset, discharge was possible and reasonable to demonstrate for the initiation notification was carried out, possible and reasonable. Alright, 71E57, the discharge response. Any person reasonable for the discharge shall take immediate action. Discharge to take all necessary appropriate measures to contain, mitigate, and clean up and remove the discharge. Following the facility, approve of the discharge, clean up or remedial plan, prepared with and implemented in accordance with the New Jersey Administration Code 71E4. Remediation of the discharge, pursuant to the administrative requirements of the remediation contaminated site, New Jersey Administration Code 726C. Coordinated sites for out of the action of the department. No person shall apply with a chemical discharge of the prior approval of the Department of the Federal Unsane, coordinated with the National Oil Substance Pollution Contingency Plan, pursuant to Title 40 CFR 300, unless such application is necessary to prevent, mitigate with a solution situation that possesses serious imminent threat of the human life. In any such situation, imminent threat to human life of the owner of the operator shall be reasonably effort to ensure the approval of the Department of Federal Unseen coordinated before the applying chemicals. Approval to apply chemicals may be obtained verbally, including by telephone. Application of chemicals pursuant to the discharge chemical remediation plan approved by the department shall be deemed to have their prior approval. Unauthorized use of chemicals also regarded as discharge violation. New Jersey Administration Code 71E111. Upon learning of the discharge hazardous substances occur, the department may act, contain, mitigate, clean up, and remove the discharge, take any of the other action required with any of the responsible to discharge, remediate with the discharge, and pursue it. Administrative requirement of the remedial action contained with the New Jersey Administration Code 726C. The technical requirements of the site remediation, New Jersey Administration Code 726E. The department, at its discretion, may observe the supervisor of the particular participate in answer for the containment of the cleanup of the removal of the activity exercise of the supervisor or private of the department may order any person with the cleanup and the removal of the activities of the discharge related operation determined that the person is not capable of the properly cleaning up of the removal of the discharge, or if the department determines the person is failing to conduct cleanup operation in the proper expeditious manner. 71E58 confirmation report. Owner and operator of the transmission pipeline major facility was notified by the Department of Discharge regulated portion of the transmission line from a regulated portion of the majority facility pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 71E53 shall send to the department written confirmation within 30 days of said notification. B is reserved to any person required to submit confirmation report, presumably all shall include the following information: the name and address, the telephone number of the individual reported discharge pursuant to New Jersey Administration Code 71E53 above. Name and address, the telephone individual submitting the confirmation report if different from the individual identified in C1 above, and the relationship between the inside person with the employee and contractor client. The name and address, the telephone number of each of the owner and operative of the facility with the discharge occur with the vessel and the vehicle for the discharge occur with the commissions of the center. Communication Center is assigned with the Department of which discharge report pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 71E53A. Source of the discharge, if known. Location of the discharge is filed with the discharge of the site located in the land, the name of the site with the street address, the tax lot block, municipality block, county site map, identified point where the discharge occurred with the surrounding area. For discharge on, under, or into water, the name of the water body with the map, identified source of the discharge, with all the discharge effects of the area with the under control of the operator owner. Map affected area of the discharge, list of common name of the chemical abstract, for the number each of the has substance discharge, all list quantities, each has a substance discharge, including best estimates, if quantities are known, the following chronology, the date and time when the discharge began, the date and time when the discharge discovered, the date and time when the discharge ended, date and time in which the department was notified with the New Jersey Administration Code 71E53, a description of the measure taken to clean up or the remove of the discharge with a summary of the cause and curve, with the corrective preventive measures taken and proposed with the minimized possibility of the recurrence, the name and address, the telephone number, all entities involved with the containment, cleanup and removal of the discharge information, supplemental information, any information previously provided with the department, if additional relevant information is discovered, it is determined that the information previously provided with a false, inaccurate, misleading, any other information concerning the discharge, the department may request a fully executed certification pursuant to the New Jersey Administration Code 71E411. Any person required to submit a confirmation report pursuant to the A above shall promptly be notified of the department with any of the additional corrective information that he becomes available and after the submission of the confirmation report within 10 days of the available information. Such information referencing the date with the title and number author of the confirmation report was being supplemented. Any person requiring to submit the confirmation report for the discharge of a major facility transmission pipeline shall submit the confirmation report to Bureau of Release Prevention, New Jersey, the Department of Environmental Protection, P.O. Box 420, mail code 2203D, Trenton, New Jersey 08625 042 020. Additional discharge confirmation report. Person required to submit a written report in New Jersey Administration Code 71E52 shall submit with a report site remediation, waste management, emergency planning responsible element, New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, 401 East State Street, P.O. Box 028, Trenton, New Jersey 086250028. Attention, discharge confirmation report. Alright, 71E59, report responsibilities for the department upon information from the to leave with the suspect with the discharge has occurred with the municipality jurisdiction. The deputy shall immediately notify oral with the contact person for the governing body of the municipality, local board of health as specified in B below, unless these entities have been notified previously. B, the governing body of the municipality, local board of health shall be provided with the department of the name of the address of the telephone number, the 24-hour contact with the alternate 24-hour contact point, governing body, municipality, local body, board of health, and made with a contact point, alternate contact point, and found with the written notes for the department of the contact point, alternate contact point, and specified with the local police department, local fire department shall be the point designated with the department of the receiving the notification pursuant to A. Within 10 days of the initial order or notification required by the A above, the department shall issue the letter with the confirmation appropriately explaining the initial oral notification. The department shall appropriately take action to verify that the discharge has occurred with the suspect, including authorization agents, officer of the municipality, local board of health, appropriate department official with the investigator the site of the suspected discharge. Such investigation shall include the visual assessment of the site of the discharge, contacting any of the person potential responsible for the discharge. The agent, officer of the municipality shall report all the findings of the department. 71E510, discharge reporting requirements of the local official for any of the governing body of the municipality, local board of health obtained with the information to leave with the suspect with the discharge occurred with the governing body, local board of health immediately notified specified within B below of the department unless the department has already been notified of the discharge. The governing body, local board of health shall provide with the department with the information regarding the discharge, presumably by A above the formatted in New Jersey Administration Code 71E53A. Local governing body and local board of health shall be coordinated all respond with the discharge of the department. 71E511, amendments to the plans for following a discharge. Following submission of the confirmation plans report with the New Jersey Code, Administration Code 71E58, the department may review facility discharge prevention countermeasure, discharge chemical remedial plans, may require owner and operator of the facility to remove and amend the plans and incorporate the New Jersey Administration Codes 71E48, and finds the plan does not meet the requirements of this chapter. The amendments of the plans necessary to approve the containing similar discharges.